No, railgate is nothing, says okay, fine. Subramaniam Swamy, railgate is nothing. Scams are trivial, they come and go.
This is much bigger. This is much bigger.
Precisely. I think what Meghna Desai said was in fact more in line with what I had said earlier. That this is a continuation of the scam. It's a much bigger, huge scam. 2 crores a year, 2 lakh crores a year. And supposed to be for 67% of the population, 90% subsidy. How are you going to keep the accounts? They don't have the machinery for it. So all that will happen is the money will get swallowed and then they'll go on to a new scheme. Like this NREGA, after the CAG has brought out and shown what has happened, they have gone on to this new scheme. Tomorrow they'll come up with something else, maybe the communal violence bill. So therefore...
It is getting votes for them.
It is not getting votes for them. Karunanidhi tried this in the last assembly election and the people took it.
Didn't get votes for UPA in 2009?
I don't agree. I don't want to get into what got them the votes. That's a different matter altogether. But what I'm saying is that there was a test in Tamil Nadu election where Karunanidhi handed television sets and laptops and so many other things where people said, oh, the poor people are getting laptops now. And what happened? People took all that and voted against Karunanidhi. So I don't think it's going to have any electoral effects. And if you're going to do it for electoral effects, then it's a furthermore proof that this is another form of corruption.
Well, I don't know whether you are saying it because you mean it or because you are a little nervous.
No, not at all.
Because Subramaniam Swamy and Piyush Goyal. Watch.
I've never known to be nervous, huh?
So not on legal issues.
But you got to take Mr. Meghnath Desai's main point. Look at the commitment. And if it goes wrong, what a huge hole it will strike into our budget.
Well, let the Congress take responsibility for it.
No, they never take responsibility for any scam.
Of course.
They do the scam and then they divert the issue.
But this has been addressed at the Advisory Council where civil society representatives are involved. This has been discussed.
All those are committed people. They don't give you independent opinion.
Arnab, I think the national discourse has changed. The people of the country are not what they were 10 years ago or 5 years ago. I think we have a much more vibrant and vigilant civil society which will see through, as Subramaniam ji said, which will see through the government's diversionary tactic, as you put it, or red herring, to divert the focus from corruption. People realize there is no money to actually provide food. They have seen right to education led to no education but only further scams. I think the important thing is if this 2 lakh crores is available at all, give people skills, provide people opportunity to understand, to do good work. I think over 3 to 5 years we can skill the national people, and that is the solution for this.
Balachandra Mungekar, because I have you and Subramaniam Swamy and Meghnath Desai, I am tempted to just pick on this affidavit issue before I let you go. So this affidavit is a fascinating read. It's a brilliant affidavit. The way it is worded, technically superb, but in terms of the moral compass, it falters at many points. Mr. Mungekar, tell me, the PMO and the Law Ministry, they remove critical provisions regarding the weightage in the allocation of coal. One, proven. The Law Ministry wanted critical parts in the preparation of broadsheets on how coal blocks should be allocated, removed. Proven. There was an attempt to limit the scope of the inquiry which impacts the decision on coal blocks which have been allocated. Proven.
And by CAG.
One second. CBI changed the report to include the NDA period and the non-existence of guidelines on the NDA period at the insistence of officials of the PMO. Proven. Mr. Mungekar, this is so explosive, heart of heart, despite being a congressman. Do you think people will stop talking about this? Because you talked about the food
I don't know about Mr. Arnav, I'm very happy and thank you very much for summarizing these things. My only reply to this is, in this country, corruption is indefensible. On these issues, my only reply is that wait up to Wednesday till the Supreme Court gives the final judgment. That is my only reply.
So you are sticking, you're hoping the Supreme Court will be forgiving. Subramaniam Swamy.
He's given an unconditional apology at the end.
Yeah, he has.
He's given an unconditional apology. If there was nothing wrong, what did he apologize?
That's true.
If there was nothing wrong, what did he apologize
Let
for?
me add that let me add that when it came to the Congress party is suddenly developing a new standard. When it came to George Fernandez, there was no Supreme Court. There was not even an FIR. There was just a sting operation of Tehelka. And Parliament was stopped for almost, I think, 10 days till George Fernandez resigned. When it came to Raja, there was no FIR. In fact, there was only my criminal complaint and nothing else. And they made him resign. Same thing with Dayanidhi Maran. But when it comes to their own, they say, let us wait till Supreme Court pronounces. This double standard makes them a laughing stock of the country.
At that, Mr. Subramaniam Swamy, so far as George Fernandez was concerned, the Congress was obstructing the presence and the replies given by Mr. George Fernandez. Here they are demanding the resignation of the Prime Minister without understanding
because
the
he is responsible.
And they are preempting the Supreme Court judgment.
He was the coal minister, Mungekarji. He is the person who's indicted.
Whatever.
He is the coal minister. His officials have stopped his officials have changed the affidavit. So he is on the dock. That is why George Fernandez, you made us resign.
Piyush, I am not.
Today he is responsible.
I am not as naive towards corruption as you are. I quoted 2 instances of Mr. Shashi Tharoor without even changing the relationship and Ashok Chavan. The case is still pending. My point is, you are giving sermons of anti-corruption move and culture in the country, despite the fact that Yediyurappa has gone to the jail till he was removed from the party.
Yes, Mr. Ranjan.
That it is better to resign.
That is the one line you can only repeat, Mungekarji.
Yes, Mr. Ranjan. Mr. Ranjan. Mr. Ranjan.
I just want to say one thing. I want to clear Arnabji. On the food security bill, we should discuss it. As far as the left is concerned, we demanded it years together. We are demanding no APL, BPL. 5 crore signatures we have given it to the president to bring a food security bill. But the way the food security bill is brought, I think they want to hush it up and all that.
Okay,
I demand that a special 3-day session of parliament, a 3-day session of parliament you invite, you call and summon and discuss pros and cons,
Meghnad Desai, do the circumstances in which the food security bill is being brought in, do the circumstances in which the food security bill is being brought in have some impact on its possible contents as well?
No, the government has brought it in the full confidence it will not be passed. And then they can blame the opposition for not passing the food security bill. They don't have to spend any money on food security, and they get good political propaganda advantage that the opposition doesn't care for the poor. It's a perfect solution at election time, and that's why they have done it. I mean, it's elementary politics. It's politics 101.
But it is
completely elementary.
But if this is the politics, then
you don't even need
politics at the altar.
Mind to find that out.
It's politics at the altar of the poorest of this country. Let's follow where the story goes. Meghnad Desai, Subramaniam Swamy, Rashid Kidwai, Balchandra Mungekar, Piyush Goyal, and Atul Kumar Ranjan. Thank you very much for joining me on Newshour Debate 1. Thank you.